What significant changes have you noticed amongst Redditors' views since 2014?
A lot more doomers now.
I used to see things on Reddit go viral on other social media platforms weeks later. Now I see TikTok and Twitter screenshots on Reddit.
Knowing everything about everything, everyone's a doctor, a lawyer, a scientist, special force officer, undercover agent, thief sneaking into my house at night, only dinosaur live and so on. You get the point, lots and lots of lies, many more than back then.
People seemed smarter on here 10 years ago. You would see a cool video or something and the top comment would be someone with knowledge/experience providing insightful comments. Now 9 times out of 10 it is a joke. Don't think current Reddit likes Ron Paul nearly as much as 2014 Reddit.
A large influx of sex work. Well, I can speak from 2016 on, but what I've noticed is a lot more questioning of people's motives and why they need to know what you ask, instead of actually answering the question. I've also noticed there's a tone and an attitude that didn't used to be as bad.
People are generally meaner, both to other users and people featured in posts. This site used to be really chill. It was actually a novelty that /r/atheism was angry all the time. Now that's most subs.
A lot's less clever and informative. The expertise is no longer there and it's flooded by people from other social media platforms, so much more low-effort posts. The Reddit app crowd also means less meaningful content, more trash videos, and less fact-checkers than with the PC/website crowd. Overall, it's becoming more like Facebook in terms of content and culture. The unique culture Reddit had is long gone and it's just a shell and more artificial now.
In 2014 Reddit would have exploded in anger from the Hajjatsu's ads.
I don't remember a specific incident, but more of an attitude change when I realized that it's not that adults can't be with it but they just don't care. As an example that seems to be popular on Reddit, I have no idea what makes a meme cursed or blurred and I simply don't care enough to figure it out. I imagine most adults had the same attitude towards fads I had as a child.
2 huge changes to Reddit culture I have noticed. Grammar used to matter. Back in the day, a typo or misspelling would torpedo your post or comment. It was actually a great learning resource, but alas, all good things. Sources used to matter. I've increasingly seen requests for sources met with hostility, shifting the burden of proof onto the respondent. The one making the claim must be able to provide sources for review. No wonder the discourse has gone to hell.
People are pissed off, all the time, unless you specifically state that something you're asking is purely out of curiosity. You get downvoted to hell for even considering bringing up an opposing view. Devil's advocate, or by God just a question. Lol. Most people's responses have something along the lines of, do I have to spell it out for you? Are you brain dead? Low IQ comment, etc. Well, the age demographic trends younger, so therefore a lot of these people didn't experience pre-social media or when it was a bit more innocent. Victoria Taylor being fired and Ellen Pao stepping down as CEO, both within a month of each other in mid-2015, is when the site took a turn for the worse. The former, who was actually fired by this site's founder, Alexis Ohanian, made AMAs enjoyable and the latter banned a bunch of hate subs, but ultimately resigned due to miscommunication with staff members. It's gotten progressively worse since then, politics being the main driving force. A lot more people seem to want to argue intensely for the sake of arguing when they don't actually know what they are talking about or want to provide sources. When I joined in 2014, kind of horrifying as I was 12, there were a lot of arguments that would be pages and pages long with many sources. The sources were also often bogus or badly done studies, but at least they were there. The site used to push more happy, uplifting and funny content, but they've taken a leaf from the Book of Face and now push rage bait and personal drama. Things like AITAH. It has lead users to become more aggressive and defensive. You didn't used to have to put a qualifier at the start of your comment lest you get ripped to shreds about people making assumptions. As an example, back then, I like red. Okay, cool. Now I like red. Why do you hate blue?
Reddit seems to be more accepting of emojis these days. When I first joined Reddit a few years ago, you'd get downvoted to oblivion and get accused of being a enormia if you did as much as use a single emoji. Now I see dozens of emojis getting used in various different threads.
Far less critical thinking. Far more echo chamber regurgitation. And my God, the anger. The keepers of the echo chambers have figured out that tapping into fear is a great motivator. Both sides will say truly horrific things about one another. Why the aggression? Because their hatred is based in fear. Fear of not being accepted by their own tribe. And way deep down, fear of being wrong. It is like no one learns history anymore. Because history is full of people who really thought they were on the right side. Everyone brings politics into every single topic on here. Especially if it's completely irrelevant to the conversation. Punctuation, grammar, spelling, and sentence structure no longer matter.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.